Let me show you easily the best affordable gaming console, the brand new R36H. And this is what the box of it looks like. And this essentially is upgraded version of the extremely popular R36S, just in more compact body and with some actually upgrades as well. By the way, this R36S console is currently the most sold console in the world due to the extremely crazy price on it and also extremely good spec and build quality. When it comes to the price, it's really just as insane as on the R36S, so you can currently get it for around $25 to $30 on the AliExpress official store. So I'll leave a link in the description where you actually need to go to get it for this price. I think for the price, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you follow the link, it will also come with 64GB of memory card, where we have a bit over 15,000 games, and you can also choose from different colors. If you pay slightly more, like a few dollars more, you can also get it with 128GB of memory card, where we have absolutely insane amount of games inside already. It also comes in really decent packaging as well, with a nice foam protector for the screen and the console. And this is essentially what the console looks like. So I have the transparent black version over here. And the overall design on this console looks absolutely beautiful. And also the display quality on this console is absolutely insane as well, just like really on the R36S, it's really just as good. The colors are actually absolutely vibrant, and the viewing angles also are actually really decent. And overall, yep, the display quality on this console for this price, I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable actually. And generally, I really like the overall build quality on this console actually. On the bottom we have actually dual speakers, so on the R36S we actually only had single speaker, but again we have one speaker over here and another speaker over here. We also have headphone jack, your charging port over here, and also we can actually use two memory cards at the same time. So under this tiny sticker is actually the memory card that actually contains all the games, so you can kind of take it out and yeah, also like upload more games to it. Also we have OTG as well. Also in the box we even get a free screen protector as well as your charging cable. And inside we already have over 15,000 different games. And these are all the systems we have, and the game code you can also see. And there is absolutely crazy amount of games already inside here. Obviously you can upload any games that you want here. So this again can even play PlayStation games and also PSP games as well. And probably the best part about this console is actually its layout and the buttons. So if you actually compare to the R36S, then actually playing this console sometimes isn't the most comfortable basically. So as you actually have to kind of like put your arms like this, so keep them together. And again, sometimes it's actually kind of hard, not the most ergonomic basically to reach basically all the controllers. Also on the back over here we have these. So again, it's sometimes a bit of struggle sometimes to reach some of these buttons, so again it's not as smooth basically as on this one. But on this one, as you see, basically you keep your arms like this and it feels very natural, and again comfort wise this really is complete game changer. So again it's very nice to play. The joysticks quality and the pad quality, I would say it's probably equal, so on both, so there aren't really much change. But again these buttons, so again we have them on the basically top, so again the location is much better, so again it's much more intuitive to basically play games. And again I much prefer basically playing games on this one, so and not on this one. Obviously this still is very good, but again these are on the back, whereas on the back, as you see, you do not have much. Well, you have these pads, so for more comfort essentially, so you kind of can grip them, so well, maybe not grip, but basically it feels very comfortable when I actually play it. And let me show you some games that we actually get. You can see the titles over here on this side, and also like the preview, basically the title of it. Basically, as you can see, we actually get very decent games. Obviously like all of these games are kind of retro games. as you see, actually really decent titles. For example, for the PlayStation, PSP. So we have Assassin's Creed as well. For some of these games, yeah, we need to actually scrape these like pictures. We even have GTA as well. Spider-Man. And overall the game selection is absolutely insane. And really in your lifetime, I do not think you'll be able to play all of them. There are just too many of them. Also, we are able to easily search for any game, so simply press the Y to bring up this menu. So enter whatever you want. So you see, this is how you can basically search. Let me search some Pokemon games. And to start search, simply press the start button. And you see, it actually brings up all the titles that we have basically. As you can see, for example, for the Pokemon, I mean, there's absolutely insane, like different amount of different versions essentially. And what's great, we can even play GTA as well on this console. And of course, GTA probably is the heaviest game that this console could actually play, as really, yeah, basically, yeah, it's kind of heavy game. And obviously, maybe you would need to go in the settings and adjust slightly the settings to drop down basically the quality, so it would get best playback essentially. But still, GTA is actually doable on this console as well.
Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go.
When it comes to the performance, definitely this console is actually really decent. And also what's absolutely great is this console actually runs on the ROS, so essentially it's a Linux system essentially. And if you actually again want, you can even connect, for example, basically like external mouse and a keyboard, and also again basically go deeper if you actually know how to on this system essentially. And I have seen even guys actually run like YouTube basically on this console, so essentially it can be used almost like a mini computer as well. So again, this is same on this R36S, so they both run this ROS. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Also, when it comes to the overall specs, basically the performance, both of these consoles actually have the same one. So as you see, they have the same CPU and also 1 GB of RAM. So as you see, basically same. So again, performance will be the same, but obviously the comfort on this is much better than on this one. And again, we have dual speakers, and yeah, I think this is absolutely awesome console. When it comes to the negatives for this console, there aren't really that many of them. Maybe the biggest negative is actually, since this console also is actually getting really popular, I have actually seen already some fakes appear basically for this console, which is completely ridiculous. Basically, this was the same situation on the R36S. Essentially, for example, if you maybe go on Amazon, then literally like half the listings that are fake basically for this console essentially. So what they do is simply they put in some kind of old console in the shell of this with very pathetic like spec inside, and they do not even have this RQuest or aren't able to play basically the games these can essentially. So again, I have seen this also basically happen on this already. So again, when you actually purchase, you actually need to be very careful where you actually purchase this from. So again, I'll leave the exact link where I got mine, so that will be from the official seller essentially. And again, when it comes to the price, essentially it's also the cheapest price. So again, I personally paid in Europe here like 32 euros, so with tax. But again, if you are like new user on AliExpress, you can get it for like maybe $24 or $23 essentially. If you are existing, like maybe like $30. So again, a bit more essentially for the like higher capacity one. So but again, for this price, it's absolutely insane. Maybe another small negative is when it actually comes to the charging speed, it only is around 5 watts, so it will actually take a while to charge up. But really that's about it when it comes to the negatives on this console. When it comes to the battery life, it's actually like really decent on this console. So if you actually check the specs, it says it can last for around 5 hours. So this obviously will depend on what kind of game you are playing. For example, if you play the GTA, then this maybe can last under 3 hours. So again, very heavy game obviously will consume more battery essentially. So, and basically this is the size of the battery. But again, for normal games like one of those retro games, again, you can indeed, I guess, expect to get like those 5 hours basically, so from this battery, which is absolutely awesome. And overall, is this console actually worth it, and should you actually get one? Well, I really think it's absolutely amazing. First, we actually get insanely nice display quality, also build quality is really decent, nice joysticks, all the buttons are actually pretty decent, also really decent battery life, so, and again, very comfortable to use. And really, I actually pretty much have the latest, every latest console essentially on the market essentially. So, and if you actually want to get essentially the same spec basically that this console has from any of the other big brands essentially, for example from the Anbernic or Trimui or the Mio, basically you are looking to spend like at least 2 times more than this actually costs. And really, I mean, it's absolutely freaking amazing, I think. And again, basically check the description. I'll basically leave the link where you need to go, and also maybe I'll get some coupons from AliExpress as well, so maybe you can even get it for like even cheaper than this. And for this price, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, good luck.